It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the two franchises with more Super Bowls than anyone else. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. And let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Robert Spillane spills him there. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. Third down, 3 to go. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. He's got his tight end, that's Freiermuth. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On this first down, it's Johnson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's complete. Calvin Austin.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rodgers. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston to punt for Pittsburgh. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
From a talent standpoint, Drake May has every physical quality that you're looking for to play modern-day NFL quarterback. He can, of course, make all the throws. He's big, strong, and he is a very good athlete. He just needs some time. He needs to sit back and wait for his opportunity to play. Looks like that day is today, and I think if he goes out and plays to that potential, this is the first step of him becoming a legitimate NFL franchise quarterback.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's into the hands of T.J. Watt.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where a rookie quarterback can kind of be baited into thinking something's open when it's really not. And these are the things that all coaches are just continuing to work through. Anytime you have a young signal caller, they haven't seen the reps. They don't have the experience. In this case, the defense plays this one to perfection, and it results in the big takeaway.
The Steelers offense going to take over now for the second time. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. Rodgers. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. The Patriots offense are now ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's May. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Throwing on second down, May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3-and-out.
That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's Austin to return. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. First and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Third and long. To throw is Rodgers. He'll air it out down the middle. And he will score. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Working out of the gun, it's May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now he'll run. And May will not risk it. Into the slide. And he's got the first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From out of the gun, here's May. He'll tuck it and take off. And May will not risk it. Into the slide. And he's got the first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game. A nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Man in motion, it's Diggs. On 2nd down, it's May. That's into the hands of Diggs. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. To throw is May. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Rodgers. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Metcalf with the grab. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. On play action, Rodgers. A pass taken in by Johnson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, a run with Johnson. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the 1st quarter, they've done just that.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
I could go on and on about the offensive line breakdowns with this pass protection, and it's been flat out brutal. But let's give some credit to the other side of the ball. They came in not only motivated to make a statement, but with a great game plan, and so far they've executed it to a T.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, it's Johnson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Johnson. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Patriots offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. To throw now, May. He's going to keep it himself. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
He'll run again. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's May. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. We are through 1. 14-0 is our score. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. May gonna look to throw. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
Gerard Mayo's made the decision, and he'll send out the field goal team. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. That one is good. And the Pats get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back set to go once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Throwing, Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle. Rodgers to throw. He runs with it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. That's caught. Right side. It's Freiermuth. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
First down for Aaron. He finds Austin with the grab. Here's a 2nd and 6. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. They try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Johnson. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers move out to a 21-3 advantage. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. His drive will start on the ground. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. They face second down and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll find his man, that's Kendrick Bourne. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
To throw on first down is May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
So if you're going to have time to allow your big tight end to start on one side of the field and run a crossing route all the way to the other, your big guys up front better hold up in protection. That's exactly what they were able to do here. Gave the quarterback the confidence of staying with him the entire way through, delivering that ball on the far side of the field, and leads to a nice pickup.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Off the play fake, it's May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Demario Douglas. Touchdown, Patriots. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Pats get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Patterson now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Third down and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Johnson.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Now on fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This one from 52 yards away. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On second down, it's May. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Here's May to throw it on first down. Pass completed to Douglas.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd and 7. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's May. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
He'll try the right side this time. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And on this first down, it's Johnson. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Landry there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Another run here with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Foxborough after this. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That's to the sideline and taken in by Wilson.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is May. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing is May. They'll look to set up the screen here. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. May gonna look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. May now on 1st and 10. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's May. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for New England. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense. And Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers on 1st down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second down and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man there, it is Bourne. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Slot receiver headed right. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
May to throw on second down. That one taken in by Douglas.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
What can they do here on third down and 7? They'll go play action with May. He'll look deep here for Diggs. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. They'll go again with Johnson.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for third and a yard. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this to about the 28. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. To throw now, May.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Patriots ready for the punt, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers to throw. This one grabbed by Austin. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
On the give, it's Johnson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On the handoff, it's Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A give, and here's Johnson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing, Rodgers. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
3rd and goal for Aaron Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Patriots offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And it's a short pickup to about the 42 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here now, 3rd and 5. From out of the gun, here's May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. 18 yards on the connection. First down, New England.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll let this go deep for Diggs.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. Oh, he is going to be swarmed under, met in the end zone. It's a safety. The defense puts 2 points on the board with a safety. But, Greg, a lot of credit, not just to the defense, but special teams as well.
Give that assist here, Mike, to the punter. Just a play ago, being able to pin that offense deep inside their own territory leads directly to that 2-point safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. Returnable from his own 4. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Now May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Now a stretch play, running right. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
On 3rd and a yard, here's May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Has completed to Douglas. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
There's that man again, another catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's a run going left, and he'll get this up close to a first down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. Try to pick this one up on the ground.
What are you doing? Like watching paint dry.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Play action now with Rodgers. Metcalf left side, he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Two first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds Austin with the ground. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Marking right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a 1st down picked up on the ground.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On the ground, it's Johnson. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Rodgers now. It is brought in the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown Steelers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's May. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Throwing on second down. May. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Joey Porter Jr. got a hand in there and made the play.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
May to throw on second down. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. May to throw again. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
To throw again is May. He'll spot Henry open downfield. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. May to the air once more. This one complete to Bourne. And the Patriots are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Off the bootleg. Here's May. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. operating from the shotgun. It's May. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. First and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now it's Johnson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Another run here with Johnson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Here's Johnson. Going to have a first down past the 30. Give him 16 there. And a first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll run. Johnson. And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. They'll go again with Johnson. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On first down, right back to Johnson. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
On this first down, it's Johnson. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 1st and 10. A run here with Johnson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On the handoff, it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 13. That's a Steeler 1st down.
More often than not, Mike, when a team decides to keep the ball on the ground on a 3rd and long like this, typically the next play is either a punt or a field goal. But give credit here to this play caller. He saw something in the defense, gives the ball to his back, and he's able to pick up big yardage and the 1st down.
So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.